The purpose of Bluetooth Mesh is not the communication between phone and device, but the communication between multiple devices. So today I will show you how to configure multiple mesh devices to communicate with each other. Here we have 3 devices on our desk. One off-the-shelf light bulb. It is able to turn on and off and change the color temperature between warm and cold white. One self-made on-off remote control with 2 buttons to send on and off messages. It also has an LED indicator to show its current state. And one self-made level remote control with a knob that can be rotated to set a certain level. It also has an indicator to show the current state. Our goal is to connect those 3 devices so that the light bulb can be turned on or off and that we can change its color temperature. Also, we want the indicators on the remote controls to show the current state in case we are not in the same room as the light bulb. First, we provision all nodes. For details, please check out the other parts of this tutorial. Now we will configure the publish-subscribe communication between our on-off remote and the light bulb. Our goal is to turn the light bulb on and off using our remote control. Let's take a look at the documentation of our devices. The light bulb features an on-off server, which can be used to turn the light bulb on or off. The remote control features an on-off client, which can send on and off messages. Here you see a diagram of our devices with their mesh elements and models. We want that our remote control sends messages to the light bulb using a group. It would be possible to directly send the messages, but using a group is way more flexible. In order to achieve that message flow, the remote control needs to publish messages and the light bulb needs to subscribe to those messages. Let's use nRF Mesh to set this up. We start by setting up the publication for our remote control. Select the on-off client model, bind the app key to the model, configure the publication to publish messages to our group. Next, we configure the subscription for our light bulb. Select the light bulb, find the right element, select the on-off server model, bind the app key to the model, configure the subscription to subscribe to our group. Finally, the communication between our remote control and the light bulb should work. Great! So far, we only use the on-off client model on our remote control, but we have seen that it also features an on-off server model. We now want to make use of that on-off server model to control the built-in LED. That LED should subscribe to our group in order to reflect the current state of the light bulb. Let's use nRF Mesh again to set up the subscription. Select the remote control, find the right element, select the on-off server model, bind the app key to the model, configure the subscription to subscribe to our group. Now you can see that the status LED turns on or off depending on the state of the light bulb. Working great. Earlier, I told you that the light bulb can change its color temperature through a level server. Let's set up the level remote the same way that we did with the on-off remote. As you have seen this already, we are doing it a bit faster this time. Now you can see that when I'm rotating the knob, the LED indicator shows the current level of the remote control. At the same time, the color temperature of the light bulb changes. This is because both are subscribed to the same group. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to see since our camera automatically compensates for the change in color temperature. Today, you have learned how to set up the publication and subscription for a generic on-off server and a generic level server. This is, of course, only a simple example. We could make this more complex by adding more devices and more groups. Also, switching light bulbs might not be the most exciting example to use here. Other examples could be setting the speed of a fan, turning on your coffee maker in the morning, or setting the level of your window blinds.